I friend here a question from CSIR NET Mathematical Science, June 2019, booklet quote and part C. The question number 102. Basically the question from classical mechanics. Now here given that let QP be the canonical variable. Consider the following transformation. ABCB 3 transformation here given. Then option 1, only the transformation in A and B are canonical, only B and C are canonical, and A and C are canonical, and all are canonical. So now the solution of this problem. We use Poisson bracket to solve this problem. What is Poisson bracket? If QP with respect to QP with the Poisson bracket of Q and P is given by del Q and del P, right, minus del Q del P into del P del Q. This is the Poisson bracket of 2 with respect to QP and capital Q and capital P, right? Now if the Poisson bracket QP is 1, then we say that QP is canonical transformation. If the Poisson bracket of 2 variable Q with respect to QP, the Poisson bracket of QP is 1, then we say that QP is canonical transformation, right? So now check. First, root over 2q e to the power alpha cos p and p equal to root over 2q e to the power minus alpha sin p, right? So QP with respect to QP, what is this? Del Q del P minus, this is small p, del Q del P, right? So del Q del P. So what is this? E to the power alpha cos p root 2 and half q to the power half minus 1 mean minus half, and del P, what is this? Root over 2q e to the power alpha cos p, right, minus del Q del P. So root over 2q e to the power alpha minus sin p. Now del P del Q. So root over 2 e to the power alpha sin p into 1 minus half, right? So calculate this e to the power alpha cos p, right, root 2 by 2 here, root 2 and root 2 here, and q, this is cancel out, e to the power alpha right? And this is actually e to the power minus alpha. This is e to the power minus alpha here del p with respect to p. So here e to the power alpha, e to the power minus alpha cancel out, right? And this root 2 and root 2 and 2 also cancel out, and here root q and here q to the power minus half we also cancel out, so we get cos square phi. And similarly e to the power alpha and e to the power alpha cancel out, and q minus half, and here q root over q, and this root 2 and this root 2 cancel these two, and minus sin p, and here minus minus plus, and sin p and sin p, so plus sin square phi. So this is 1. So A is canonical product, right? Now check option B. So q phi with respect to q phi. So first del q. So here q tan phi and log sin phi, right? So first is tan phi and del p, right? So 1 by sin p cos p, and next minus del q del phi and del p del q. Here del p del q is, this is the function only p, right? So del p del q is 0, so this total term is 0. So this is 1 because tan p into cot p. So B is also canonical product. Now check the C. So q phi with respect to qp, right? So what is this? First del q, right? So this is 0 because here 1 by phi only the function of p, and minus del p del q. Now next del q del phi. What is del q del phi? Here q is q p square, so p square into del q del phi del q, right? So the first del phi del q, del q 0, and del p del q is, what is del p del q? Del p del q is q square, and del q del phi is 1 by phi is differentiation, so minus 1 by phi square, so this is also 1, right? So C is also correct. So now check the option. Only transformation A and B are canonical. No, only the transformation B and C are not canonical. All are canonical. So option 4 are correct, right?